So when Apostolos asked me to come here, I actually saw something on the internet, and I thought I'd put it on a slide, and that would be my title, and I could sit down now. Sustainable shipping means ensuring the future is the cost of our present. It says it all. Either you do it or you don't do it. The problem is the last 20 years, we've been bombarded with the word sustainability without even knowing what that means. Half of the population of Earth believes that sustainable means environmentally friendly. And the other half means I'm gonna get the United Nations aid. That's not the case. In Europe, there is a definition, and especially for sustainable shipping. And it's one of the few definitions that actually include the three pillars: economic, environmental, and social. And that's the only way you achieve sustainability. And sustainability doesn't come from an industry, doesn't come from a community, doesn't come from God, it comes from humans. Either you do it, you take sustainability actions or sustainable actions, or you don't. Now, who's Andreas to preach to this? Since this morning, BBC announced the following. The study that they launched about 8 months ago, where the United Kingdom, the ex-member of the European Union country, will be neutral by 2050. The answer of the study is no, because the United Kingdom people don't look like that they will stop flight completely in the next 30 years, and they will not stop eating beef. So it goes back to the humans. So I decided to give you a brief discussion of what is sustainable, how we can, and we'll conclude how we can introduce it at the end into shipping in a very brief way, which proves me true in a way what I was preaching last year is not that far away. And you will find out what that means later on. The first thing we have to understand is climate mitigation, and we have impacts of climate change becoming very tangible. And those who are living in Cyprus, I don't think you've seen so much rain quantity in such a small period of time. That's a first sign of climate change. The second sign of climate change in this country is desertification. We have areas that they show they're becoming deserts. Small ones, but they are. Then we have public concern heightening. We see that people are more concerned about the environment, they're more concerned about what's going on, they're more concerned about finding fuels which are sustainable or renewable. And then, of course, we have an escalation in protests. It doesn't mean I do agree completely with Greta, but Greta just shows us that even young people can do different things. So, in result, we have an acceleration in the transition to low carbon energy. We like it or not, that's coming. Then we have a change in climate, which is the new normal. We are living with these extreme weather conditions, and the result is, we like it or not, policymakers, they have to make way through it. They have to provide way forward for many reasons. If they don't educate us correct about these new norms, we're going to end up without houses because of distractions by weather. We might not get insurance being covered. We might many other things. So there's a need of a holistic approach on that specific perspective. Now, plastics. It goes without saying, you all live in Europe. This year and last year we banned plastic bags from supermarkets. We keep bombarded with these kind of images. Plastic is not good. Plastic is good, of course. It's a cheap product and we can use it, but we have to use it sustainably. Again, who wants to have the plastic? The consumer. So, in my opinion here, we're going to have renewed calls to take a more systematic approach on the use of plastic. And of course, companies will be pressured to meet their plastic commitments. The so-called greenwashing, it's one thing, and actually meeting your commitments is another. Then we need to provide products and services for sustainable consumption. If we want the consumer to be, or the concerned citizen of Earth, to be sustainable, we have to provide him with sustainable products. Therefore, here we need to have a drive of sustainable global sales. We cannot bombarding the public with products which are not sustainable. Again, industry, public, community, government, and the individual have to work together. And something which is closer to us, the shipping people, let's protect biodiversity by defining the role of business. And the business community will need to come together to drive greater and more holistic action to protect the world's biodiversity and its own existence. Biodiversity actually, for those who might not be familiar, is even older as a concept by protection by the United Nations before climate change. The UN Convention on Biodiversity precedes the UNFCCC. And here we are in 2020, where actually we are getting up to the beginning of combining the three pillars. ESG, environment, social, governance. And for the first time at the late 2018, we started getting information of regulation now in European Union in relation to sustainable financing. And we have seen in shipping the Poseidon principles. Do you want to get finance? You have to prove that you're sustainable. Otherwise, I, as an institution of financing, would not be able to give you that finance because I'm under the microscope of another people called my regulators, which they want me to finance sustainably. And there we have to be slightly, a little bit, careful, because many people might think, oh, okay, I'm gonna go through a checklist and that's it. That was the case a few years ago. The case today is not like that, and they're more vigorous about it, and you're gonna go through the checklist just to open the door. As soon as you open the door, then you'll be asked proof that you are actually sustainable. So the business community, it's forced to take into consideration the financial element. Now, this is the slide before last, and I believe the trends that will shape sustainability transparency in the years to come will be the drives of alignment of financial sustainability, climate change, higher expectations of the public, assurance, and that's the last one I'm connecting with the previous speaker and with shipping. Technology. It's something that will revolutionize this industry, and we like it or not, we must probably be seen, and please quote me as I said it, the industry has been seen of lagging behind on technology uptake, but most probably it's the way we provide the industry with the technology. It's not a holistic technology, but it's a piecemeal technology. So it's not what they do as industry, but it's also those they supply the industry, do they supply it in a holistic way? If you want more, talk to Tototheo and Maritime. But in general, this is what we have. And what we have is that there is technology there which is holistic, there is technology which is piecemeal, and the industry is willing to take it, and it's closer than we can think. And this is the thoughts I leave the panel with, so we can take discussion by giving you a small video, if you like, for 30 seconds, and that's done from me. Press again.